Street by street, house by war-torn house, ISIS control of the Iraqi city of Mosul is slowly cratering. And according to doctors and rights groups, ISIS fighters are turning to increasingly brutal tactics. Now, soldier and civilian alike face not just snipers and suicide bombs, but chemical weapons too. Rebecca Collard has the story.
Yasser Hamid is one of the victims of the latest atrocity against civilians in Iraq. 4 days ago, his home was hit by a suspected chemical weapons attack. His 10-year-old brother Tahir recalls what happened. My brother was inside the house and I was on the rooftop, and my sister was on the staircase, he says. We heard a bang in the street and then something hit the house. Then it collapsed. According to the United Nations, 12 people are now being treated for chemical exposure, some in this hospital in Erbil, 100 kilometers from Mosul. The International Committee of the Red Cross is treating the victims.
We're not aware yet what chemicals were actually used, but this is being investigated further. At the moment, we're just treating them according to their complaints.
Staff here are now being trained to deal with future possible chemical attacks. As doctors and nurses treat these victims, thousands of more civilians are pouring out of Mosul, escaping the offensive on the western part of the city. Estimates say as many as 800,000 civilians could still be inside. And on the front lines, signs of an exodus. Covered in mud, families walk for hours to escape. It's very dangerous, muddy and crowded. Some people lost their children, says Ibrahim. We left our houses and everything behind. We fled only with the clothes on our back. They are joining the 200,000 civilians already displaced since the start of the Mosul offensive in October. Humanitarian organizations are warning there is not the space to shelter nor the supplies to care for the hundreds of thousands of civilians that may escape in the coming weeks and months. Rebecca Collard, CBC News, Erbil, North.